It's that time of year where we watch the biggest, craziest music competition show in the entire world so we can see how nothing makes sense and music is so weird and what is happening in Europe. It is Eurovision 2024, and I talked about this last year on the channel because it does actually relate a little to metal, but in general, there's always like a few bands that enter that are metal or like rock adjacent at least, and this year it was just such a crazy journey of what happened that we need to take a second to breathe and get into this. But if you don't know what Eurovision is, it is literally like the biggest competition show, I think, literally besides like sports in the world, like besides the Super Bowl. In Europe, as far as I know, last year they had like almost 162 million people watch, which is hilarious. This year I don't know what the viewership is yet. I know in the UK at least they've been reporting there was an average of like 7.64 million people, and it peaked at like 8.46 million, which is hilarious. Just the UK. A lot of people watch this. Also, did you know that 47% of you aren't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell. Come hang out. We do fun metal things. Ew. And last year we had like a lot of metal entries as well. We had Germany with like Lord of the Lost. We had Voyager, which played like more like progressive gent prog-y fun stuff that actually had a breakdown in it, which was great, from Australia. I actually had his chat with the homie from Voyager, and it was cool hearing his just take on Eurovision and the behind the scenes of what actually goes on. And then we had who should have won Eurovision last year, even though it wasn't necessarily metal. The song they created was so close to like Electric Callboy that it basically was We Got the Moves Light, which was Carija with a cha-cha-cha, an absolute anthem, huge banger, hilarious. It's basically the epitome of what Eurovision should be. But of course, someone else won that no one cared about, so that was lovely as always. But this year, we have some new fun thing, starting with just the absolute banger tune from Norway with Gate, which actually they got like dead last, but this is a pretty decent song. I don't know why she's screaming achoo, if she just sneezed, or yahoo, but they actually had a pretty good song. It's funny because the guitarists are all like flying around and doing all of the stuff, but obviously they're not actually playing, and I don't think anyone in Eurovision actually plays the instrument, which is fine. But it had more of like a folk, aluvatai, terribly butchered their name, kind of vibe, just like symphonic folk and metal in general, which was cool, and they got dead last, thank you. And of course we have other countries like Estonia doing this. But one of my absolute favorites, Finland with, I can't believe the artist is actually called this, Windows 95 Man, where they just have this song, which again is kind of like Electric Callboy. I didn't know Finland likes Electric Callboy so much, without the metal, of course. But it's a guy without pants in a Windows 95 shirt that the bridge is him getting his pants. I don't know what that is, but it's lovely. It's amazing. It's yeah, Finland. From Germany, I was hoping for a metal entry because usually we get one that at least has like guitars or something in it. But we just had an actual good song from Isaac. Like like I'll take it. It's fine. At least it was a song. Most of the songs, again, I'm not going to go over every single artist, especially not the boring ones that just kind of sang like no one cares. Okay, like basically most of the copies were like Adele, Britney Spears, or Lady Gaga from like the 2000s. But moving on to one of the most controversial entries here, we have this is peak Eurovision style that I hope, and the reason I watch Eurovision. We have Netherlands with Europapa. What the is happening? I don't know. But what makes this even funnier is they were doing so well, and I thought this only happened in the metal and deathcore scene. But apparently, after their performance, the vocalist went back, and a reporter was trying to get their take on the performance, and the guy made like some kind of threat to the woman, so they got disqualified because of the vocalist. Canceled vocalists. It happens here too, folks. It's not just our problem. And what is so wild too is because I think this song was actually probably like the catchiest Eurovision type track that they had in the entirety of Eurovision. If you go to Joseph's Spotify here, Eurovision has 60 million streams, not views. I'm not on YouTube. Again, like, don't underestimate the power of Eurovision and what it does. This is absolutely insane. I'm sure he was doing just fine before, but like, what? Yeah, there you go, disqualified. And moving on to one of the most actually confusing what the / metal kind of, I guess it had screaming moment of Eurovision. Bambi Thug. Yeah, I guess Bambi didn't find their mom. I don't know what this is. It's confusing. Nothing makes sense. There's screaming, random alarm noises. I don't know what else to say about this. It was this wild. The visuals were crazy, and my brain died a little. And again, there's a lot more, but finally getting to the top three, we had Ukraine doing, kind of just like a very good singing epic song. It was good, very emotional. And it's going to number one, the actual winner, before we talk about number two. We have Finding Nemo with this thing. Some like Vita's microwave moving type shit. I don't know. It's actually pretty good. It's very epic. I didn't mind it compared to what won Eurovision last year, so the furry thing. This was not that bad. This was actually kind of fine. The true winners of this year, 100%, were supposed to be Croatia. At number two, they got instead, which is Baby Lasagna, which is, I'm just this. Don't cry, just this. It's like the most. I'm cutting these to like 4 seconds for copyright. You guys got to go watch this whole thing on YouTube because it is the funniest song I've heard in a long time. Meow cat, please meow back. Don't know what that is. The chorus is catchy and huge, and it's funny because it just sounds like a Rammstein song without the guitars, basically. And if anything, this should have won. It's about his cat. He's the one. Croatia should have took it home. It was the fish, and that's fine. Like, how do you not let this win? And if anything, it just makes me more enraged that Electric Callboy is not in Eurovision. How? They were meant for this. But yeah, this year we didn't really get like a lot of metal, which is fine. It's not like I'm going here and expecting a bunch of metal. Last year we actually had a fair share. Bambi had a roar. Norway kind of sounded like folk metal. It was fine. And then everything else that was electronic just sounded like Electric Callboy, but without metal, or Rammstein, but without the metal. So like, it's fine. Yeah, this year was weird as always. No matter what, even if it's not really a metal show, it is always so goddamn entertaining to watch Eurovision because nothing makes sense ever. And again, people are pissed as always, as they should be, just like last year, because the voting is so stupid. It's not based on people. It's just based on random judges that say this is better. You win. It's all politics. It's all dumb. It's all stupid. The actual winner, I don't think that portion all matters, especially when you have Jost with their 60 million streams on Europapa. Like, it's just annoying that it's like how it is and it's so political like that, but whatever. I just hope my cat meows back at me. That's Eurovision 2024. That's had nothing to do with metal. It's just fun. This is fun things. Bye.